Top 10 underrated movies that deserve more recognition. Let me ask you this. Have you ever watched a film so good you couldn't believe nobody's talking about it? Well, you're not alone. Today, we're shining the spotlight on those hidden gems that deserve way more love than they got. These are the top 10 underrated movies that deserve more recognition. The Fall. Brief synopsis. Set in a 1920s hospital, a stuntman tells an epic fantasy story to a young girl. Their imagination blends with reality in vivid, surreal visuals. Why it's underrated. Directed by Tarsum Singh, The Fall dazzles with stunning cinematography and heartfelt performances, yet it didn't find a huge mainstream audience. Talking point. It's the kind of movie that proves film can be pure visual art, a hidden gem waiting to be discovered. Short Term 12. Brief synopsis. Brie Larson plays a supervisor at a group home for at-risk teens, navigating her own personal struggles while caring for the kids. Why it's underrated. Though critically praised, it often gets overshadowed by louder, bigger-budget dramas. It also features early performances by Rami Malek and Lakeith Stanfield. Talking point. Powerful, intimate, and grounded, it's an emotional roller coaster that showcases remarkable acting and direction. Brick. Brief synopsis. A neo-noir set in a high school, with Joseph Gordon-Levitt as a lone wolf detective figure investigating a disappearance. Why it's underrated. This was Rian Johnson's breakout film, shot on a tiny budget. Its crisp dialogue and noir style can feel unusual but extremely rewarding. Talking point. A stylish puzzle of a film that blends classic noir tropes with teenage drama. The Man from Earth. Brief synopsis. A college professor reveals he's actually a centuries-old man, leading to a philosophical debate among colleagues. Why it's underrated. It's almost entirely set in one living room, very talky but thought-provoking. It became a cult hit, yet it remains under-discussed in mainstream circles. Talking point. A masterclass in storytelling. It proves that engaging dialogue can carry an entire film. Upgrade. Brief synopsis. After a brutal attack leaves him paralyzed, a man is given an experimental AI implant that enhances his physical abilities, leading to vigilante-style action. Why it's underrated. It's one of the slickest sci-fi action films in recent years. Dark, stylish, and reminiscent of RoboCop meets John Wick. Talking point. Superb fight choreography and a smart concept make it a gem for sci-fi and action fans alike. Kiss Kiss Bang Bang. Brief synopsis. Robert Downey Jr. and Val Kilmer star in a crime caper packed with witty banter, mistaken identities, and a Hollywood twist. Why it's underrated. Despite great performances and Shane Black's sharp script, it didn't get the same hype as later RDJ projects, like Iron Man. Talking point. Its mix of comedy and neo-noir is pure fun, with endlessly quotable lines. Attack the Block. Brief synopsis. A gang of teens in South London defend their tower block from an alien invasion. Why it's underrated. It's a wickedly funny sci-fi horror featuring a young John Boyega, blending social commentary with hair-raising action. Talking point. Shows the incredible creativity of director Joe Cornish, and how tight, unique scripts can make smaller productions stand out. Dark City. Brief synopsis. A man wakes up with no memory in a perpetual night city controlled by mysterious beings. Why it's underrated. Though it came out before The Matrix, many of its reality-bending ideas were overshadowed by the latter's success. Talking point. For fans of moody sci-fi noir, it's an unforgettable, mind-bending experience. Sunshine. Brief synopsis. A crew of astronauts travels to reignite the dying sun, facing psychological and existential threats. Why it's underrated. Despite being directed by Danny Boyle, Slumdog Millionaire, 28 Days Later, it never achieved a mass following. Talking point. It mixes hard sci-fi with atmospheric horror, plus an incredible score by John Murphy that fans still rave about. Perfect Blue. Brief synopsis. A pop star-turned-actress spirals into paranoia when she's stalked by a fan and loses her grip on reality. Why it's underrated. It's a masterpiece of psychological horror and was an early work of renowned director Satoshi Kon. Talking point. Influential to films like Black Swan and Requiem for a Dream, it remains an essential watch for anyone who loves psychological thrillers or anime. And there you have it, our top 10 underrated movies that deserve more recognition. Which one are you excited to watch first? Or have you already seen some of these hidden gems? Drop your thoughts and recommendations in the comments below. Which movie are you most interested in? Explore your potential with Pro Data Mine.